y'all? This is World, bringing you hair care for waves. Today we got another review for y'all. I'm going to review the Tsu Rag from solution.com. Tsu Rag. This is a do-rag type device. That's what you can compare it to, pretty much. You know, when we wave, we have a traditional do-rag. Everybody knows what it is. If they're into wave, they know exactly what this does. They know the strings. They know some of them, the line that you get there, some of the complaints that you have with these things. There's tons of complaints with a lot of things that are good for you. So I'll give the pros and the cons of this. That's how the review will go. First of all, it has a good texture. It feels like a spandex material, and that is actually good for when you stretch it over your head. That's why when you search for a do-rag, you search for the ones that's nice and silky and stretchable. Those are the good ones, the silky do-rags. This isn't as silky as the best do-rags, but it does have that elasticity. That's a good quality, and that I will say. It feels like it's built well, but in my opinion it has some flaws in the design because of the way that you have to attach them with Velcro. I do upholstery in automobiles, so I know how to stitch things up, and I know that Velcro isn't the best material used, and especially if it's going to get wet, which we're going to do because we're going to put this on our hair for every day, for a weekly process, and we have to wash them. So when you wash them over time, I don't see how this will stand up. Now, I purchased this online for $10 plus shipping. Came out to about $12.99, $13 let's say, right? So for $13, this is what you get, Tsu Rag. Now, the way you put it on, this goes in the back. Put the Velcro on, pretty much. See, the Velcro coming off already. But keep trying, I guess, you know what I mean? Then you flip this thing up, and then you close this Velcro. And then you got this little flap thing here hanging up. I didn't like this thing here. See, there's no way for me to tuck this anywhere. So I'm just gonna have to keep it real, and I feel like I look foolish right now. I'm not even gonna keep this on for the remainder of the video because I got people looking at me. So this is how you put it on. In the back, you see, if you pull it down, you get the coverage here, which is a pretty good thing. It does feel good on the head, you know what I mean? It feels good. You can even see the waves in there, so you know it's working. But I really don't feel comfortable right now. And you know, you're getting a good close-up of it so you can see what it looks like, but I know that you can see. I don't want to really have you see me looking like this, so I'm gonna take it off right now. Alright, so now you've seen it, right? That was what it was. I took it off because I didn't want you seeing me like that. And that's honestly how I feel. Now we can go back to the review. While it was on my head, it did feel good. I'm not gonna front. It was comfortable. It did hold my hair down. I know that if I was wearing it in the house for a couple hours, it would serve the purpose. But I had it for about a month now, and I gave it an honest try. I used it in the house. I said, okay, I can't go out with it. There's no way that I can step out of the house with this on my head. No way. I had a female friend even look at me and tell me, that looks funny. She didn't want to be disrespectful, I guess, but she wanted to bust out laughing, I can imagine, because the look on her face when I had this on my head was priceless. For $2, you can get a do-rag. Now the complaints, let's do pros and cons. You saw how it was easy for me to put this on. That's fine. I don't think that a do-rag is too difficult to put on. Some people complain that you have a line that goes across your head when you put it on too tight. So I tell them don't put it on too tight. So they want to know, how do you get it to hold firmly? Well, pretty much the same way that you would just do anything else. You fit it to your head. Mine is already tied here because when I put my do-rag on, I tie the back up so that the flap doesn't hang around. And it stays like that when you take it off, so it already fits right around my head. So I just throw it on. I had this do-rag going on 4 years, and it's still falling apart now, but this is the one that I use. Now what I do is I go the extra mile, and these flaps, I make sure that they are flat. They laid out flat. If you just tie it haphazardly any way you want, and that's where you get that line. If you lay these flat across and make sure that when they reach your head, they lay flat, that won't leave the line. When you grab them, flatten them out. Flatten them out. Right across here especially. Now I'm not applying any pressure at all. I'm just letting it flow so that when it gets here, it's not tight. Now here's the key. Right now, I have the strings in my hand. So I'm going to tie them, and I'm not going to tighten it on my head. I'm tying it on itself. Right there. And I'm tying that tight. See, this is tight. Now I'm pulling it down and making my adjustments, and that's not tight. That's not tight at all. I'm not going to get no line. It's holding down my hair. It's a good hold. It's going to serve its purpose. It's going to last overnight. When I sleep, I don't have to worry about this coming off my head. If I want to step out the house, I can throw my fitted on and we good, right? And I like sometimes to run out the house, but I'm not ready to take my do-rag off. There's no question this is coming off. There's no way I'm leaving the house with this. Absolutely not. But you still can rock this with no problem. So that I like. Now to get this off, you see how I didn't tie it tight? I just can take it off. Very quick and easy. And I'm used to putting this on, so that process that I showed you slow, that's effortless for me now. I just grab it, put it around. It's already a snug fit. It's already tied for me, and I'll just stash that, and I'll just grab that for easy access. This, I would have to give it in a scale of 1 to 5 after use. I know I've already reviewed this on Blogspot when I first got it, but after use of this, I would have to give it a lower rating, honestly, and that's just because of the value of it. I feel at $13 once you get it in your hand shipped is not worth what I can get for $2, and I've had this for 4 years. I don't see this lasting 6 months. I have a following on Twitter that use products, and I had one guy on there, shout out to Cool Kenny. He said that his Velcro straps came off and he has to go buy another do-rag. So he's gonna be in 26 bucks now just to get one of these do-rags, Tsu Rags, whatever these are, with these things that work. And no matter how many times he gets it right, it's still gonna look funny. There's nothing that's gonna take away that. Did you see the picture of that girl with the thing on her head? It looks just like this. You know, how are you gonna get that off? There's no way possible for you to get that off. And you could be the hardest nigga in the hood, you're not getting it off with this. And that's my honest review. I'll give it a 2. So as far as anything else with this, if you want to give it a try, I recommend go ahead and give it a try. It does hold your hair down, so you can't I didn't give it a 0, you know what I mean? Like it does serve a certain purpose, but within what we're working with, you know, this economy ain't really like you could just be throwing around $10, $13 for something you can use for some portion of the day, when you can always use the good old do-rag. You know, I don't think it will ever replace this. I don't think so. And you can buy 5 do-rags, any color you want, for the price of these things. These things are quite expensive for what you get. Every product that I review is in consideration for product of the year. I do that in December, so this will be up in there with the other products that have been reviewed on the show. Good luck to it. Follow me. You follow me on Twitter at Dr. Manhattan718, and there I give tips, tricks on how to get waves. I do contests on that. Shout out to Kratos Mayhem. He actually won one of the Crown 360 brushes free, so I'll be sending that off to him. And it's just pretty much I'm promoting the business of waves. There's a way that you can get this done if you take it seriously. If you just follow a couple of different procedures, I'll show you a couple methods that work for different types of hair, different types of products that you can use. So just subscribe to the channel. That will you'll know exactly when they post a new video. They'll let you know. Rate the video if you like it. If you don't like it, rate it too. Put your feedback on there. Let me know what you want to know. I do a shout out video once a week or every 2 weeks to promote other people, so I'll be putting that up. So if you want to get at me and let me know you want to be on that, let me know. Or you can hit up the email. It's haircareforwaves@gmail.com. Alright.